South Africa, 1999. We are traveling across the country to meet 14-year-olds and learn about their lives. In 1992, we visited them all when they were 7. Apartheid was in its death throes, and there was virtual civil war in the run-up to the first free election.
Cleo, what do you think the biggest problem is in South Africa?
There's darkness.
There's?
Darkness.
Tell me about darkness.
It's fighting everywhere.
Inspire us with love and unite us in the body of your
And what do you think they're fighting about?
I don't know.
And what do you think we can do to stop it?
I think we'll have to pray and ask God.
Do you believe in God?
Yeah? Do you?
7 years later, Cleo is one of the few black boys attending an exclusive private school in Johannesburg. It is the eve of the second free elections. Mandela's term as president is almost over, and for Cleo, life is good. Cleo's father is a prominent member of South Africa's fast-growing black middle class.
I really admire my dad. I just think he's such a great person. He's done a lot for himself. He's done a lot for me. He's just tried to put me in the best school that he could. He's gone from nowhere, just living like in the streets of Soweto, just playing soccer there, just on the streets, to all the way just living here, you know, in the suburbs. And he's tried his best to raise a good family.
Sorry. At 7, Kashan and Nuna were close friends. Unusually, Nuna's mother was black and her father white. Back then, she and Kashan were together at a progressive Johannesburg school. But now Kashan has moved. Let's just talk about 7-Up.
I don't know, last time I saw was quite a while ago, but what I remember is, I don't know, I just remembered that I kept sliding off the couch really. Yeah.
She's half Jewish only.
I'm half Jewish.
Are you? No, did you turn half Jewish?
Yes, I'm half Jewish.
So you aren't Jewish anymore?
Well, I was born Jewish, I can't help that, but I seriously don't.
Yeah, but are you religious? Please. Me, I'm confused, I don't know.
There's like all these different holidays. There's Hanukkah,
Yeah.
there's Purim,
Yeah.
and there's like all these different, you know,
Yeah, and
Moses.
there's all these suppers and all that
Yeah.
stuff.
And then sometimes we don't have to go to school because those holidays we don't have to go to school, so we miss school.
All the Jewish people in the school have to go and we have holidays and we eat the special food and it's
I love matzah.
yum yum yum. I love matzah with butter on.
Yeah.
In 1992, Claudia and Shane were in the same class at a school in an area of Johannesburg set aside for people of mixed race.
Would you like to go to a school with white children?
I don't know.
No.
No.
Why not?
Because I like it the way it is. I don't want to go where.
Maybe they speak another language and you ask them for the rubber, they won't know.
Shane, what is the way that it is?
I like it the way that it is. Your friends speak the same language as you do. Your madam speaks the same language. Everybody speaks
And
the same language.
Afrikaans, they speak the same language. They understand what they say when they speak Afrikaans.
But we don't.
They've both moved on to different schools and have not seen each other for 5 years.
She doesn't talk so much like she used to.
Because in primary school, I just used to carry on talking and talking and talking.
I don't know. I think Shane's the same.
Okay, tell me, if you've got a lot of money, what are you gonna do with it?
I'll buy me a car. I'll buy me a gun. I'll buy my mother everything she wants. Everything. I'll buy me shoes. When Mother's Day was over, my madam said, we can have millions and thousands of rands, 1,000,000, 100 rand, but we cannot go and buy love at the shop. You can't go and say, look, I want to buy a present. I want to buy love for my mother. You can have millions of rands, but you can't go and buy your mother love. You can't.
At 7, this was Artie's favorite song. She was the youngest child of a successful Durban businessman.
My mother works with my father. She doesn't hit me, she doesn't shout me. She buys me everything and they spoil me too much.
When I was 7, I was a little spoilt brat. Let's just put it that way. I've stopped being so spoiled from the time I was about 8, 9, and I realized how different life can be without having everything at your feet and without being given everything you want.
If you could wish for anything, what would it be?
Food.
You would wish for food?
And for school things.
And for school things?
And for toys.
But food first?
Yeah.
Now why food first?
So I can eat and get fat. My hands are too thin. See, they're too thin.
In recent years, the family firm has faced serious difficulties, and they've moved north to Johannesburg.
Life is not rosy. Life is not rosy. It has a lot of downs in it and a lot of downfalls in it. But if you're strong and if you make it, there's nothing for you to be worried about. You can get through anything.
They locked me up in jail.
They lock you up in jail? When would they do that?
They did that last week. Monday.
They locked you in jail last Monday?
Yeah. They took me out only on Tuesday. They never give me food to eat.
Was it terrible?
Yeah. Bluffed you?
I've grown to be more mature, but I've still got my old ways.
What do you mean by being more mature?
Well, obviously, I wouldn't be saying I bluffed you and my mummy says this and my daddy says that. I still lie a lot. That's part of me that will never leave me. I still lie a lot.
You be a gang. I mean this. You're a gang. You the boss. Get angry with this guy. Suddenly you shoot him. It's a heavy gun, you know what? Real big gun that's real heavy. You can just look at it and say, oh no, that gun's not heavy. And when you carry it, you'll hear how heavy it is. I carried a big gun, I carried an AK-47.
At 7, Lunga was living in a township near Durban, which had seen a lot of political violence. At 14, when we went to find him at his home, we were told he wasn't there.
Why are we finding you here?
I had a little accident. I got hit with a beer bottle on the head.
When?
Yesterday. Last night, actually.
Tell us what happened.
It was about 5 to 8. I had an argument with this guy and he said he's going to beat me up. And I told him to come. And while I was talking to him, one of his older friends was like behind me, hit me with a bottle. And I lost consciousness, and when I woke up, I was here in the hospital. Then I started having seizures. Then I passed out again and I woke up in the bed.
Where did he hit you?
In the back of the head.
What was the argument about?
He claims I'm asking out his sister, and I told him that wasn't true. And then his friend says, I think I'm better than him because I go to a white school and stuff like that.
Within a week, Lunga was out of hospital and back at his school, which is mainly white. Another of our children, Villum, lived on a farm in the northern Transvaal when he was 7.
Sê vir my, wie is God?
Hy's die Here. Hy's ons Vader.
En wat doen hy?
Hy sorg vir ons.
Hoe sorg hy vir ons?
Om vir ons kos en klere te gee.
As jy bang vir hom?
Nee,
Hoekom?
want hy maak nie lelik met my nie.
The last 7 years, though, have brought a lot of sadness for a number of our children. Months after we met Villum at 7, his life changed forever.
Hy het van my oom af gekom en toe hy het om 'n draai gegaan en toe het hy, ek weet nie hoekom nie, het hy net reguit aangery en toe val die kar op sy dak. En toe my pa my net seker hout in die kop gekry of so. Dit was in die oggend. Ons moes nog skool toe gaan. Toe ons wakker word, toe kom my ma net daar in en sê ons al drie moet maar daar kom sit en toe sê sy ons en toe naderhand oor so 0:30 toe is omtrent 40 mense daar by ons en hulle troos ons net en sê net hoe jammer hulle is en so. Skoolhoof was ook daar en almal maar wat ons ken was daar.
Hoe het jy gevoel? Was jy tranerig?
Ja, yes, ek het gechunk, yes. Ek wil op daai oomblik ek het gevoel ek wil niks meer doen nie, ek wou nie meer lewe nie. Ek wou nie skool toe gaan nie. Ek wil nie vir iemand hallo sê nie, ek wil nie van baie sê nie, ek wil nie met hom praat nie. Maar ag wat mens kom daaroor. Hy was my rolmodel in die lewe. Hy was altyd daar as jy iets nodig gehad het. Ek kon nie altyd na hom toe gaan en so.
How close were you to your father?
Quite close. We used to do lots of things together. Like if he went with his friends, I always went with him. It's about if he goes to his friends in a month, maybe once or twice he would go alone. All the other times I was always with him.
Yeah, then my mother was on that side, my father was walking on this side of the pavement. My mother came out of a shop, that man take my mother's purse. My father take out his gun, he said, but that man fly in the wall. Shot him here, he fly right in the wall. My mother's purse go back to her, and my mother just catch it like that.
Did you see that? Were you there?
I was with my father.
Oh, what happened to that man who was shot?
There was a gang, they shot him here in his head. My daddy shot him.
One night, 4 years later, Shane's father didn't come home.
You see, normally he went out with his friends and about maybe one night he'll sleep by them or something, but it was about a week, I think, I'm not sure, and they still never found him. And my mother, the police phoned and they found about him. My mother and my uncle had to go see if it was his body, and it was his body. That was the worst thing that happened to me. And after that,
How he died?
They stabbed him, he was murdered. Not just anything, he was murdered. And like, you can't like get cross with God because God's the only one who can take a loved one away from you. You can't blame him. Maybe it was for a reason. You never know what reason.
At 7, Tsepo lived with his mother in the heart of Soweto.
Warata ula Soweto?
Soweto?
Aurat? Quem tu sarata ula Soweto?
Kuban baratanto wati wa Soweto. Kuban nalbonta baba wati wa klala strate. Urasi. Anun akiba akratu dula.
Isalo bona balona?
Yeah.
Koga?
Kamu stratum sao.
Naulona bu.
Mesmo junto temos ang chapakal kwai.
At 14, he has not escaped Soweto. He lives in the same concrete house, hot in summer, cold in winter. He shares it with his brother, his sister, and his aunt. His mother died 3 years ago.
Mme wa ka o hlokahetse 96 ka 25 tsa April. O hlokafetse sone na dula le abuti monna. And so ka gore nna sa qabane le ntate wa ka, ka gore ntate wa ka ne le mtholeng ha nwele jwala a ba motshwenya. And so a thola abuti mongwe a itulela le yena, so a itulela le yena abuti ne le motho mo tshepang. Abuti a ba re ngwena ke batla go tšhaka Yesu Maputo. A se re utlwa gore ba re mama ka o hlokahetse ko ntshwena ko Maputo. Okay, ntate wa ka a ba ko mosebetsing be ba mo fa 4,000 gore a mlate mme wa ka, a ba mlata ge be re mmolokela ka. And ke wisha gore ya nka gola ke be le tšhelete sure nka mmetsetsa a tombstone e ntle fela.
Julle gunsteling dinge?
Ja, ek het 'n verhouding met haar. Shoo.
At 7, Tanya and Lazette lived in a town in the north of South Africa. They'd been going steady since nursery school.
Wat beteken 'n keis?
Shoo. Vra vir my sal meer weet.
Hoekom het julle mekaar gekies?
Omdat sy mooi is. Dis net hier 'n lekker tydklap. En waar's dit? Dan gee jy 'n tydklap op jou oor. Ah, nee.
Hoekom het jy vir Tini gekies?
Vra daar die antwoord. Ja. Ja, partykeer as ek mos val en jy hardloop van my weg, moet ek jy eers vang.
At 14, they attend the same high school in the same town, but their relationship seems to be in trouble.
I want to know then, were you truly boyfriend and girlfriend? You thought of yourselves as boyfriend and girlfriend?
Ja.
So that was a real relationship?
Ja, considering we were 7. Gaan julle eendag met mekaar trou?
Ja.
And now? Can you tell me when the divorce happened?
Do you have a girlfriend? Tell us about your girlfriend.
Don't be shy, Shane.
Don't be shy, Shane.
They're not
What's
going
your
to
name?
eat you up.
What's your name? Who?
Fiona.
Who?
Fiona.
Where does she stay?
I don't know.
If you have a girlfriend, you
Where
must
is
know
she
where
now?
your girlfriend stays.
Where is she now? Where is she?
Jesus, that's... No.
In Madam Isu's class.
Yeah.
That's Fiona.
Shane, at 7, you had a relationship, I think.
Yeah, but it wasn't serious and I never
understand like life properly. I know today I still don't understand life properly. I'm only 14 years old.
Do you want to get married when you grow up? Why?
Because I must. You don't have to get married if you don't want to get married, Shane. It's up to you. It's not up to your mother.
I had 2 girlfriends, Kim and Lauren. Now I got 1.
What happened to Lauren?
She went to boarding school on the holidays.
And what do you and Kim do together?
Ooh, spend a lot of time.
My mom found this letter. It was to me. Had the words 100% confidential in the back. And she read the letter, got this long lecture about it.
What was the letter about?
It was from a girl.
Do you have boyfriends?
No.
Why not?
Because. Oh yeah, I know what boyfriends are. The boys.
As in French.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had one.
I thought you meant.
Yes, I know.
Well, I've got 2 words. Love sucks. Love sucks. Love is not for me.
Do you have a girlfriend?
No.
Have you had a girlfriend?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Tell me about that.
I don't know, there's been numerous relationships. I know, there's just so many different people, I don't know.
There's lots of different types of guys.
Yeah.
There's a type which just use you and don't really care about you. And there's a type which say they're in love with you, but probably are just talking junk. They just want to get something out of you. And there's a type who really care, which I haven't come across.
It's better just with short-term, like little month at the most, you know, if you can. And then just call it off and just go look somewhere else.
I don't want to be a dating machine.
What is a dating machine?
A dating machine is when you date, okay, you date this guy, you meet this guy, you like him, you date him. Then you realize, oh, he doesn't comb his hair right. So then you say, oh, you know what, I just don't think it's working out. Then you find someone else and then you go out with them and then realize something's wrong with them, or they don't suit you, or they don't dress well.
The ones with lip rings and eyebrow rings and green hair and, I don't know, black jackets and leather pants always seem to talk to me. And I'm always like, hi, how are you? I'm fine. You know, you look pretty dangerous to me, so I'm not going to talk to you anymore, you know, and walk off and leave them alone.
So what is your experience mainly? That you get ditched or you ditch?
Obviously me ditch first.
In 1992, we visited Bonita, the daughter of a Zulu chief in the southern part of KwaZulu-Natal.
Why angitshele wena ngothi ilimi lolukhuluma yini?
IsiZulu.
Ilimi ucabanga ukuthi abantu bamhlaba wonke kufanele balikhulume yini?
IsiZulu.
In 7 years, Bonita's ideas about language have changed. She suggested that we do her interview in English this time.
Tell us what's changed here.
There was a hut here in the other side, and my dad didn't want it anymore, so he thought he should just move it. I didn't like it, was too old. And this double story, my dad just decided to like carry on with it and make it a double story.
And what's changed in your family in the last 7 years?
My dad has been a member of parliament of Cape Town. And he was a member of parliament in Ulundi, but they like changed him to Cape Town. That's all.
Manje laphaya. Kwenzakalani?
Ubaba.
Uphi ubaba?
Nanku.
Ubaba uxokeni?
Wayegqisa izinto zokuvunula.
Oh. Wallahi.
Yimina.
Nini?
Ngisemncane.
Ukuphi?
Wangihleli etafuleni
Oh. Shoo.
Is money important to you?
For clothes. Yeah, it's important.
And for what else?
I always think of clothes when I've got money. Nothing else.
If you had a lot of money, what would you do?
Buy clothes.
At 7, Patrick lived in the smart Cape Town suburb of Rondebosch. His close friend Robert was a neighbor.
Woo! Yes!
At 14, they are still friends, attending the same exclusive school.
Robbie, do you think your parents are rich or poor?
Middleish. Sort of rich, sort of poor. Mine are rich.
Do you think that most children are like you?
Yes. Most children are like me, I'm sure.
Yeah, because you're the goody.
In 1992, we had a lot of trouble keeping their interview focused.
Well, 7 years ago, you did quite a lot of fighting, if I remember.
Yeah, but what hasn't changed is I still beat him up.
Is this true, Robert?
No, he tries, but I mean...
No, we don't fight anymore. Because he knows how I usually win, so that doesn't happen much.
No way, son. Oh, no, wait, Patty, check that.
I can't look.
Patty, look down there. Going down with your kids, man. Good job over there.
Patrick and Robert live in what is now one of the world's favorite tourist destinations.
It's really quite dumb because you get like lots of tourists coming here, right? I mean, because like the mountain and stuff and the sea. But like, it's really stupid because as they come into like Cape Town, the first thing that they see are like the squatter camps from the airport, which like doesn't leave such a good impression, you know?
So what do you think should be done?
I don't know. I mean, like, build houses or something.
When Patrick and Robert were 7 in 1992, violence and crime were a big talking point.
And then I was sleeping in my sister's room and I came out and there were these policemen all surrounded over the house with bands and everything, except all the came out.
What do you feel about the policemen?
Security?
I haven't had any burglars.
I've had lots, about 3. I even had one guy shot in the front of my house.
At 7, Andisa and Leanda lived within sight of Table Mountain, not far from Patrick and Robert, in what had been a migrant workers' hostel. Their daily lives had been framed by violence, both in these hostels and also in the Eastern Cape where they spent time. The Toi Toi, the dance of protest of the liberation movement, was something they had witnessed firsthand in both places.
Amapolisa, sonatin, ititi sonat. Sizawansapa, youth.
Ngiva kanjani xa usenza itoyitoyi? Ngiyayithanda okanye ngiyayicaphukela?
Ngicaphukela le nto uzondisuke ndidudule kodwa ndenzanga.
Ududule ngobani?
Ngamapolisa. Asilandele emva kwethu.
Ayadubula amapolisa.
Imini ngoke icula le ngoma kwazi ivele ezintathu.
Isithini lo ngoma? Le uyicula?
Yes, miss.
Zathini zenza ntoni?
Akubazathi uluna na kukho ke zimina ngena phakathi kwazawo.
Kwathini?
Kwadutyula. Uyadutyula, kwadutyula. Nathi phakathi wewotya akukho sikhwenkwana. Azikho.
Ungoyiki?
Yes, miss. Ndoyika xa kudlula ibhombo. Ndinapha phakathi.
Kanti chazela iibhombu zigqitha uphi wena?
Okanye ndiphakathi ibhombo misi ziyagrumba nedolo.
Wazibona?
Yes, miss.
Wazibona zigqitha phi?
Ecangwam zidlula. Ndathi.
Oh, zagqitha. Wathi waphuma wathini ke?
Bazotya ihlanga ziza kudubula ehlanzeni bazotya. Ziza kudubula ehlanzeni.
Hayi into endiyikhanyayo ukubana le nto uba kwavotwa ngo-1994 27 ka-April kwavotwa kwazonyula utata uNelson Mandela. Emveni koko noko uxambulisano eMzantsi Afrika lwaphela alufani nakuqala.
At 14, Andisa and Leanda have moved back to the Eastern Cape where they attend school. They live half an hour's journey from one another.
Ndiyakuthanda uhlala apha ezilalini. Andikuthandi uhlala edolophini. Uba uzazigqibela uswiti umhlawumbi uhamba netshomi yakho. Uzawuba iswiti phaya edolophini umhlawumbi kodwa masibe iswiti phaa kulaa venkile lithini. Uzawuhamba nawe ahambe najika kudambe wena ngosoqhela ukuba. Wawusube okokoko ngodwa ubanjwe ke wena wedwa.
Lelo kucima korongo kuba.
Korongo.
Ngoba kutheni?
Awangani ufaka kubi. Xa usiba.
Bulongo bani?
Umuntu onevenkile mhlawumbi ukubhaqeni. Kwabantu bangoko umuntu akavisa kubambe nje. Umuntu uyakubona ukuthi uyakudubula qha.
Ndavuka ndivula ifestile ndindlule nditshayele phantsi. Kubakho inidi yoba ndikorobhe ndiyakorobha. Emveni koko mhlawumbi zitye ndibeke amanzi esidudu khe ndenzele umama esidudu. Emveni koko ndiphinde ndihlambe ezaa zitye. Ndihambe uba awekho amanzi ndihambe ndimlanjeni. Elinye ixesha ndihambe ndiye ehlathini.
Uyakwenza ehlathini?
Ndiyotha ezinkulu. Ndeze uba mandibase ndiphele.
Every day, well, just wake up basically in the morning, go to school until about 20 to 2, and then have sport from 3 o'clock until 5. And then on Tuesday, school and sport, and then I have soccer practice from 5:30 until 7:15. And then Wednesdays normally sport matches like rugby or cricket matches or things like that. Thursdays practice again at school and at soccer. And Fridays normally my free day, like from school activities and things like that.
There, that's my dog, Rambo. Rambo, say hello to everyone. Oh boy. Okay, would you like to come inside? This way. This way you will come through the kitchen. The kitchen you eat, and as you can see now, there's soccer on Liverpool versus Everton. Oh, Regan. Is it there? What's the score, my brother? Still no? No. Oh, okay. That's my family, my mother, My brother Kyle, and it's my sister. As you can see, she's supporting Liverpool also. And if you like to just come this way.
What are those down there?
Oh, and these are my puppies. Sorry, how could I forget about it? This is Snoopy and this is Cindy.
I like animals, but I don't know what I want to be.
She's gonna be a zookeeper.
I don't know. I don't know. Because I love animals.
So why do you've got so much animals?
Most of them are mine. The budgie and the one dog and the one cat are all mine.
Do you look after them?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the biology project that I had to do, which I've actually still kept since I thought it was very cute. And if I take that off, his name's Tom York.
You're still big on pets?
Yeah, I like pets. It's just a pain in the neck cleaning like that every week, but anyway. This is self-portrait as an animal, which is done in oil pastels, which I did in, I think, standard 2 or 3, I'm not sure, don't remember.
That's my bed on that side, all my pictures and my cars. And this is where I do my homework over here and study like for exams and that and things like that. And my favorite team I support is Liverpool. This is Michael Owen, one of the best strikers in the world, I would say. My favorite actor is Will Smith. Like his movie, it was on Sunday night, Men in Black. Some people believe it was a nonsense movie, but to me it was okay. And actresses, not actor, I don't have any. Maybe Pamela Anderson, VIP, I like watching that. But she's not actually the person I like. The one is Nikki on VIP, the one with the short hair, I like her.
Michael Jordan's he's a great basketball player. For me, that's it. He's a great basketball player. He's a good ambassador to sports.
Starts with a why don't you take this?
Starts with a
M.
with an M.
And the A.
And then A.
M-A.
You tell me.
And then at the nearly end it's a D.
So you mean Mandela?
Probably someone like Princess Diana.
Princess Diana?
Yeah.
Why?
No, it's because all the great things she's done, you know? For ill people and poor people and stuff.
What's the big poster behind your bed?
It's Radiohead, an English rock band. And yeah, they're my best band. I think they're the most original rock band of the 90s, personally.
This is your bedroom?
Yeah.
And on the wall?
And that's Puff Daddy and Tupac. I admire John Black.
Tell me about him.
I think he's got a good sense of humor. The way he acts.
Who is he?
It's Drake Augustine, the Days of Our Lives actor.
Okay, so he's a character in Days of Our Lives.
And another thing which made me like him the most is because I wrote him a letter and you replied my letter. Yeah.
John Black replied to you?
Yeah, I think his secretary, not him.
What did the reply say?
He told me that if I want to receive the letters each and every year from him, I have to pay him I don't know how many dollars.
This is my bedroom.
So who have you got stuck on your walls?
I've just got Celine Dion and Leo and Jason Brooks. That's it. And
So who's number one?
well, of course, Celine Dion.
Belzweni mina ngithanda utata uNelson Mandela noCeline Dion imvumi yalapha eSouth Africa. Utata Mandela ndiyambulela ngento yokubana siphe indlela. Asenzele indlela nemibane namanzi. Yena uCeline Dion ndithanda umculo wakhe. ucula kakuhle akho naphofu zonke iimvumi zalapha eSouth Africa zicula kakuhle but kodwa yena ugqwesile kuso.
I'm dancing. Oh, well, the person that I admire is my mother. She's like the best friend I have, like to talk to. I'd rather talk to my mother than to my friends. Maybe if I say Will Smith, like in the whole world, he's not there to me, for me, like if I need food or anything. My mother's there for me. She gives me guidance. She helps me through school, at home. Without my mother, I don't know where I'd be now.
Now we talk about anything, everything. We're very close, never have a problem. She always listens.
Like whatever my mom says to me, I just blow off my head, you know. It's like, leave me alone,
Me
go
too,
away, I want
me
to see
too,
you.
me
Like,
too.
my mother says to me, she comes, she goes, Kashan, do you want to go to the shops with me? Off, you know. I'm not interested, leave me alone. Like, and then afterwards, you feel good because you made her upset, you know. But like after a while, I mean, I called her a failure the other night. Made me feel good for the first 10 seconds, and I felt terrible after that.
Only a couple of miles from Kashan and Nuna, France lived in Alexandra. In 1992, 250,000 people were squashed into 2 square miles.
Wena ka batla go dula le magopo ka baka la eng?
Only puan o wa sokola. O kopa dilo ko ntlong ke tlo kopa sukiri. O tamo na ko batla dula le magoba.
At 14, France is still poor. He still lives in Alexandra. We asked him about President Mandela.
Lo tse dintle tsa di entse go gore o kgonne go builda dintlo, but not enough. Dintlo tse enough tse nyakegang mo bathong, because any location go na le mekhukhu. That means gore mekhukhu eo ha etsa dintlo tse enough for batho bao.
Kamo my sister, my relative ya ke dulang kamo. Kamo ke toilet ke kenang kamo go tshwana toilet. Kamo and then ba ke bana ba kgetsi ba. Okay ngwana kgetsi ke ngwana o swaka. Wa bona can come. Ke mo ke tlhatsetsang dikotlolo mo. And then mo ke robalang. Mo ke tlosa stilo se ebe ke alarm. Mo ke mo papa ka robalang le mama ka ba robalang.
Batho ba ngata ba na le di-rights mo South Africa, and di-rights tse di re thusitse gona nowadays di a re thusa because gale ne re sena di-rights. Gale maybe no sena gore wena o ka ya kae ka nako e feng, and then gona no or no sena ntho ya privacy, rights of privacy, because every time o kry-e o dutse nako tse tsa apartheid no ka utlwa ba o raga monyako wa gago ba o kenela le go tlhapa ba o kry-e ka moo. Go end up ke le professional player, because ke ntho e ne gale ke nyaka mo philong from sa le monyana ke sana le maybe ke sana le bo 6 ke chebela polo ke re ke batlo dlala mo le ke batlo kena mo TV le ke ona ntho, because ne tla try by all means gore ke dlale polo and then to be professional.
In 1992, Thembisile lived in Soweto in the remains of a squatter camp. It had been razed to the ground in the war between ANC and Inkatha supporters.
Bahle kanjani lo?
Kahle.
Phela ufanele ungitshele ukuthi kanjani.
Bahle.
Umlungu yena uphila kamnandi, akaphili njengabantu abamnyama. Ngabantu abamnyama banokuswela into ethile. Umlungu ngeke azokutshela lokho ehambe bebalela abantu ukuthi uswela into ethile, uswela into ethile. Umlungu ngeke uzomuza esho njalo.
In 1999, after some years living in the countryside of KwaZulu-Natal, Thembisile is back in Soweto, living in the Imzimhlopi hostel.
Imzimhlopi angithandi ngihlala khona. Kunembukane bakithi imvula kuba nokudaka, anikhona ukudlala.
Ufuna ukuhlala?
Mina ngifuna ukuhlala edrobheni.
Ubani ucabanga ukuthi i-leader yala eSouth Africa?
I-leader yala eSouth Africa.
I-leader yakho yiba? Ubani?
Ayikho la.
Ucabangani ngaMandela wena?
uMandela yena ngiyambonga noma kade kangathi uzosakhela izindlu engazakheli, kodwa ngiyambonga ngoba odlame selinqobile.
Sikhona ukuxabana between abelungu nabantu bemnyama la ekhaya le South Africa.
Akusekho ukuxabana.
Bekhona in the past la.
Yebo bekhona bebexabana bebengahlali ndawonye.
Personally, I'm a virgin.
I don't want to get married because I hate husbands.
I personally believe in God. I used to only pray when it's exams.
Now I believe that the gun actually does bring trouble.
I would love to be a chief.